What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video we have some brand new Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero news to talk about. Actually, they don't have the Z in the title, right? It's just Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But well, there's a Z in Zero. Now that you're here, the point is, we got some new scans to take a look at, courtesy of VJump. So if I jump over to the monitor real quick, you guys can see here we have a tweet from courtesy of DBS Hype that reads, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero VJump scans, whole new set of characters, power versus speed, trailer coming soon. We have a couple of screenshots here, and of course, some new characters actually revealed here. Now, as you can see, these are the raw scans, and there's no translations. And I waited a bit. This came out almost 3 hours ago, as of my recording of this video. It's more like 2.5. Regardless, point is, I waited around to see if anybody was going to translate it. I haven't seen any translations, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll go ahead and get the rough, the sloppy translations from Google Translate. So that's what I went ahead and did. So if we jump over to the other monitor, you can see here I have the first page translated very roughly through Google Translate. So obviously you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, work with what you got. This ain't gonna be the cleanest or smoothest things here. But you can see the whole idea basically is that we have power versus speed, and that's going to be the theme of the next trailer that we're getting. Now, as far as like when this trailer is coming or where we can expect to see it, I don't see any information about that just yet, but I'll be looking forward to that just like you guys. But let's go ahead and get into it. So very first off top, you can see on the power side, we have the poster boy being Legendary Super Saiyan or Full Power Broly, Super Broly. That's worth noting as well. You can see power, super firepower released by a strong body. Although energy bullet attacks and movement consume a lot of energy, the biggest appeal is his ability and extremely powerful special moves. I don't know how much these archetypes are actually going to weigh into the gameplay and the overall strength of these characters, and obviously only time will tell. But if you guys remember, I used to make videos talking about the Dragon Ball Fighter scans before that game came out. I remember 2017 to 2018, that was a really fun time looking at the scans and the reveals and the trailers and everything like that. And I'm reliving that all over again with Sparking Zero, and I'm excited and I'm hyped and I'm looking forward to the game, and I imagine you guys are as well. But those characters always had like ratings based on like their technique and ease of use and, you know, strength and everything like that. And I would say that in the grand scheme of things, those rankings and ratings didn't really matter. So I would say to take stuff like this with a grain of salt, but nevertheless, the scan is interesting. We can see some of the attacks here, and the game looks gorgeous as always. I mean, obviously this resolution isn't top notch, just saying in 4K or nothing like that, but it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here we can see we also have Nappa. I don't believe we've seen Nappa just yet. Nappa given in the game. And can I rotate this in this? Hold on real quick. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Make this a little bit easier for your boy to read. I got myself all discombobulated. There we go. Okay, so if we go ahead and zoom in here on the Nappa, it says fighting ability with 2 skills. You can strengthen it. Special move deals super damage if it hits. Then we also have oh god, this is actually a little off-putting, twirling and whirling everything around. We have another screenshot here that actually shows a Birder and Topo being the character highlighted here. Justice Tornado, powered with the signature hot-blooded guy from Universe. Doesn't even say the number, but from Universe. And then we have actually another interesting character here. Let me go ahead and rotate back to normal. We have Kale, but this is Super Saiyan Runaway or Super Saiyan Berserker or Full Power. I'm not really sure how they're gonna call it. Legendary Super Saiyan, Berserk, Full Power, whatever. I'm sure that she shows up in other games like Legends or Dokkan that I don't play. So you guys can feel free to let me know in the comments how they refer to her, like this form of her character. But yeah, so that's another reveal I would say for a character that we hadn't seen yet that's going to be playable. I want to like keep rotating this and reading it. It's a little, it kind of making me dizzy, I ain't gonna lie, but we're gonna zoom back in. Female Saiyan of Universe 6, excellent attack power and durability. Let's go ahead and look at all the images, and then we can go ahead and zoom in a bit more and read more of these with me spinning and flipping and everything, because I'm making myself dizzy and I'm probably making some of y'all dizzy as well. But we have another screenshot here of Broly Super Saiyan Full Power, Gigantic Catastrophe, specializes in smash attacks. It's also possible to temporarily strengthen your own attack and defense according to the skill. We also have Super Trunks here, so this is the full power, like grade whatever, maximum power, however you want to refer to the form, but the full power version of Trunks that we saw in the Android saga when he powered up versus Cell was like, you know, he was hiding his form from Vegeta, even though Vegeta could also do it, but Vegeta knew better than to do it because it made him too slow, and at that point Trunks was stronger than Cell. But y'all seen the show. Well, actually a lot of y'all haven't. It's a lot of Dragon Ball fans out there that ain't actually seen Dragon Ball. It's real interesting. I'm on to y'all. I'm familiar with y'all game. Some of y'all didn't live the story through Dragon Ball Abridged and the video games, which I'm not necessarily saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's a lot wrong with that. Anyway, RIP Akira Toriyama. Moving on. We can also see that we have max power Master Roshi here, and this is believe this is him in the tank top, so this is going to be Dragon Ball Super version of Master Roshi, doing a full power Kamehameha wave, a power type that prides itself on its physical strength, demonstrates explosive power, especially in long distance battles. He will unleash a powerful smash attack. And then for Roshi, was this one applying to Roshi? Or was that applying to Broly? This one might have been applying to Roshi, actually. And then here we see more screenshots of Goku and Vegeta, which were obviously the stars of the last trailer. So we can go ahead and zoom in. We'll read this text and I'll flip it again on its side so we can see the other ones that are like written, at a different angle. Avoid the decisive blow, super discerning. Even special moves such as Kamehameha, it's going to burst, counterattack against a surprise opponent. Vanishing assault will be thrown away and then immediately. So what is this saying here? I'm assuming this is just highlighting like the ability to counter moves. So it looks to me, is this like, also, wait a minute, is that UI Goku? That might be Ultra Instinct Omen Goku, now that I'm looking at it. Whoa. Yeah, now that I'm looking at this, that might be UI Goku. Because the thing is here, right, obviously like the orange part of his shirt is torn off and he's just in the blue, and like it kind of looks like UI Goku. And then with the energy and stuff, it's kind of hard to say. The reason I even like acknowledge it is because like you would say like obviously not, because it's just another screenshot from here, which makes a lot of sense. So it's probably not, but it's just like they specifically show here that the shirt is torn off compared to where he's fully clothed and it's still in like perfect condition or perfectly clean in these other two screenshots. So it's probably not, but super discerning. Nah, that might, again, because it's a really rough translation of and avoid the decisive blow. And then even like the little aura they have around it and stuff, like, oh wait, no, that's just from the Google Translate. Is that UI Goku? That might be UI Goku, which I mean, that's not really like a surprise. It's not like I have to analyze or speculate about whether or not UI Goku is going to be in the game. I'm pretty confident UI Goku is going to be in the game in some form or fashion. Actually, was it on this page or the other page? It must be on the other page, but there's something about the number of Gokus in this game that we'll get to in just a moment. But yeah, let's go ahead and flip this on its side one more time and then look at the other translations that are written here. So the other ones we haven't read yet: free power and wide range attack further skills, super behind the opponent with Sign, the most terrifying fighter. Like I said, these are very, very rough. I just kind of wanted to get the video out because I have other things I'm working on today, so I didn't have time to like sit around waiting, but I wanted to cover it for you guys, so that's why we gotta work with these rough translations. But it is what it is. Born from zero, introducing new actions, can be inserted into the middle of offense, increase strategy and action that you can enjoy high level battles. Introduce new actions, can be inserted into the middle of offense, increase strategy and action that you can enjoy high level battles. So is this some sort of like combo canceling or some way to extend combos in this game? Like we've seen gameplay and everything like that, but it's kind of hard to say just what this game really will be gameplay wise. Obviously it is very reminiscent of the Tenkaichi games that we all know and love and grew up playing as kids, but it's not going to be one-to-one, right? They're going to try to improve it. They're going to throw some new things in there and it's going to be more modern, right? And I'm looking forward to it a lot. And the closer we get to this potential reveal for a release date and the actual release of the game, I'm getting a little bit more excited. I ain't gonna lie, especially because like I don't really have a Dragon Ball game that I'm playing right now because I kind of just, this ain't rocking with DBFZ anymore. So I'm looking forward to that because my entire life I've always had a Dragon Ball game to play, all the way from Budokai 1 and the Legacy of Goku games to Budokai 2, 3, Tenkaichi, and Burst Limit and Raging Blast, even though I didn't like Raging Blast, and the Xenoverse games and Dragon Ball Fighters. Like my entire life I've always had Dragon Ball games to play, and right now I don't have one that I really enjoy. So this can't come quickly enough. That being said, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and move on to the second page. And here we have the speed page, which features Hit. We also see, again, Kale here. We see Scouter Vegeta. We see Goku. I know you guys are seeing some of these wordings already. Topo, Birder, and Jace. Dispo as well. I believe that's Trunks yet again. This one right here is a big one. Kakunsa. I don't know if y'all remember her from the Tournament of Power, but this is just like another really random, like minor character that is just, it's just a reflection of the roster being like, hey, just in case you was wondering or worried just about how in depth we're gonna go, we already know this roster is gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be the biggest roster in the history of Dragon Ball games, right? At least as far as official games go. And yeah, if they're throwing Kakunsa in this game, you can expect to see a ton of characters. Also, there's a gnat in my office somehow. Whatever, that's gonna bother me. I was gonna say that's gonna bug me, but that's pun not intended. Regardless, moving on, let's go ahead and zoom out, not in. Go ahead and read some of these translations. So the speed page: Super Warriors, proud of their speed and have gathered together. Many characters from Dragon Ball Super will also be participating in the battle. Of playable characters, Power vs Speed Edition: overwhelming power, fighter that destroys everything. Transcendental speed that transforms Hakose. I don't know what that is. In this issue, we thoroughly analyzed the I'm never going to try to pronounce those words. I don't speak Japanese. I can read a little bit of it in terms of being able to pronounce it, but them words is a little bit beyond my power. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm a speed type myself. In the blink of an eye, rapid succession, In exchange for the power and durability of the attack, the behavior of the attack is extremely slow. You can move for a long time with a dreamless energy consumption. Not sure what they mean by dreamless. You know, the messed up part about this is that I know is that the instant this video goes live, somebody's gonna have much better translations of this other than just Google Translate, like somebody who actually reads and writes and speaks Japanese. And I'm gonna be like, God damn it, like I waited for a couple hours for it, but it just, anyway, we have Hit showing off his Prison of Time attack. Then we have Scout of Vegeta. Vegeta alone has 13 characters. Now, the interesting part about this to me, because like we all expected to be a ton of different Vegetas, that's no surprise. The surprise to me is that right below it says Goku alone has 11 characters. So there's 2 more Vegetas than Gokus. I would have expected there to be more Gokus than Vegetas. Can I sit here and think of all the different Gokus we're gonna have? So it's gonna be, are they gonna do it like Tenkaichi where it's like Goku early, Goku mid, Goku end, right? And then you're gonna have Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, God, Blue, maybe Blue Kaioken, Ultra Instinct, and then, but GT very well, I don't think we've seen GT characters as of yet. So GT could very well get added into the game as DLC, because even though this roster is going to be huge at launch, I'm sure they're going to try to extend its life and increase their revenue with adding DLC into the game. And for the most part, we typically don't see a lot of GT in the base versions of Dragon Ball games these days. When GT characters get added into the game, is normally as DLC. Yeah, there's going to be 2 more Vegetas than there are Goku, so that'll be interesting. Jace got translated to Jesus. He's far from that, but whatever. Purple Comet attack, a speed type warrior who specializes in ki blast attacks. He overwhelms Hakote. Well, Hakai is destruction, right, or destroy. This has got to be similar to that. I don't know. With his long range special moves and unmatched luck attacks with Berthol, or Birder as it actually is. Then we have Dispo versus Trunks here, translated as disposable. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Anyway, Justice Kick. The Pride Troopers Incision Squad that protects Universe 11. Overwhelmingly high luck attacks are possible in super fastest mode. Okay, now for a second I thought that was like his eye glowing, but that's just a spark effect. I was gonna say, is this actually like some sort of like transformation or power up that he has? Anyway, Go Wild with Space Mock, and here we have Kakunsa. It's those bastards. Okay, sure. Birder here as well. As we pride ourselves on having the speed of the universe, specialized in high-speed mobile combat, after image, it is also the advantage of being easy to evade attacks. Oh, I also missed this little tidbit here about Hit that says, Assassin from Universe 6, he is good at high-speed rush attacks and tactics that use time skipping to get the enemy's attention. I think we covered each of the images and each of the translations outside of this last one right here. So let's go ahead and turn the page and, rotate it at me and go ahead and see what that says. So it reads, the largest in the series, number of playable characters. Dragon Ball fans are astonished and say, this character too covers even Maniac characters like, there's no name written here. Anyone can have heated battle with their favorite character. You can have battles and dream showdowns that you have imagined. And the translation gets cut off. But I mean, yeah, if they're adding Kakunsa, like most of y'all probably did not remember this character at all. I know I'd completely forgotten about her until I seen her here in this image. But yeah, if she's making it in the game, everybody gonna make it in the game at this point. Like I said, any character that's not in there probably gonna get added in some form or fashion as DLC. I ain't gonna be surprised if they got Farmer with a shotgun playable as a character in this game. All right, so I brought up my little word pad here for just a moment, just so I could jot this down and take note of all the characters that we saw in these pages. And I have written down, we have Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, or Full Power Broly, Super in parentheses, Nappa, Birder, Jace, Topo, Max Power Master Roshi from Super, Max Power Super Saiyan Trunks, Berserker Kale, or whatever you want to call that form, Hit, Dispo, Kakunsa, and maybe UI Goku. And on top of obviously, just regular Goku and Vegeta. But yeah, man, again, no word on when we can expect the next trailer, but we should be expecting to see all of these characters and these moves and this basically this power versus speed whole theme going on in that next trailer. I don't know if there's like any big event or like notable event coming up soon, or if they're just going to randomly drop this on YouTube or whatever the case may be. But of course, you can expect me to do a reaction to it in a follow-up video to this one whenever that trailer does in fact drop. I'm looking forward to it. How about you guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content that I'll bring you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much off today. And remember, nothing can happen until you swing the bat. Later.